Hey guys, it's Maggie and I am back today, and I'm excited for today's video because I'm going to be sharing some new ostomy products that have hit the market that I think a lot of people are going to be very interested in. It really feels like all the things that I'm going to show today are bringing us forward into the future of medical care, and I love that because it did start to feel a little stagnant there. It felt like we were stuck in the past, so I'm really thrilled to go through all of these products. I do want to let you know that I purchased all of them myself, so I'll provide links for everything in the description below. Also, if you are just looking for general information about ostomy bags and their features and what's available out there, or accessories in general, I actually have 2 different videos dedicated to exactly that, so I'll post them below in the description as well. All right, so should we just jump into it? Because I think we should. I'm so excited about this. Okay, first product here is from a fairly new company from what I can see called 𝙘𝙤𝙧𝙧, and they have come out with one product so far. It's their medical adhesive spray. It's available in a 50 milliliter size and a 100 milliliter size, and honestly, I don't use a lot of adhesive. In the past, it was a little bit of a different story because I had a lot of trouble. If you go back a few years, you'll see that I had a lot of skin irritation, couldn't find the root cause of it, and couldn't get an ostomy bag to stick to me. So I was relying on adhesive galore. Thankfully right now I am having a lot of luck with my Convatec moldable flange sticking really well, but I do foresee adhesive potentially becoming a really useful product for me in the near future. Ostomy adhesives are not a new concept. It's not a new product. A lot of different companies offer their own version of it. I know Hollister for a while had an adhesive spray kind of similar to this in like a canister. I do believe that's discontinued now. I've used New Hope's adhesive. It comes in a little jar with a little stick that you take out. It's kind of like rubbery. And also I think my favorite adhesive has been Skin Tack, and they come in these little wipes. It seemed like the most convenient because I did find with the Hollister spray that the nozzle would get a little bit gross. You just have to be really diligent about cleaning, and that's not something I'm great at. I swear every time I film, the sun is just like, hey, we're gonna go behind this one cloud in the sky and we're gonna change your lighting. That's fine. Anyways, so this guy came out. I foresaw a potential issue with my ostomy because if you only follow me for ostomy stuff and not so much lifestyle, I'm pregnant, so my belly is getting a little bit round, and I'm noticing that my flat flange is not really it's not laying flat on my belly anymore because my belly's getting rounded. And so I have a fabric border around my flange, and I'm noticing some rippling. And when this rippling happens, because it's not sticking flat, it tends to peel up a bit easier, and I don't like my bag peeling off, especially when I just placed it on. So I think this baby could potentially come in handy. With this medical adhesive spray, you're supposed to spray it onto the product that you want to stick to you rather than spraying it onto your skin, and you're supposed to let it sit for 5 minutes. So I did. Of course, I wanted to test that out. I haven't quite used it on my ostomy yet, but I wanted to test it out on my hand. So I did that. I sprayed it. I really liked that it wasn't a wide spray. It's a very direct 1-point spray. So I know that if I need to re-stick the outer edges of my flange, you know, I can really aim well with this. I also did let it sit for 5 minutes just to dry like it said, and it was sticky. It was definitely sticky. I really like this. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, because I have sprayed it, the nozzle stayed pretty clean, and I'm wondering if it's because it was such a narrow spray, whereas I feel like the Hollister one was it was a little bit wider. It was kind of messy. It went everywhere. That could be a huge benefit with this. So I got this guy. This is the 50 milliliter bottle just because I wanted to try it out first, and it was $29.99 on Amazon. You can also get the 100 milliliter bottle for $49.99 and save a little bit of money. It's, you know, double the product, but not quite double the price. And the packaging is quite nice. You know, it's very discreet, and that's really what I'm noticing with all the products I'm going to show today. Everything's discreet. The packaging is just, it doesn't feel medical beige or sterile white. It just kind of takes us away from it being so medical, which I know obviously all of these items are for medical use, but it takes it away. So I think they're really thinking about the end user and the full experience that the end user has with them. So yes, 𝙘𝙤𝙧𝙧, almost dropped it there. 𝙘𝙤𝙧𝙧 Med medical adhesive spray. The next one I'm going to share with you guys is Revel. This company has hit the market with a bang. They have some of the best marketing I've seen in the ostomy world, I think, ever. They are just hitting all of the things that make a patient interested, or really anybody interested in purchasing. So I highly recommend checking them out on like Instagram and look at their website. It's just so cohesive and nice looking. But yeah, so Revel actually kindly sent me some samples and some other little goodies in a box like end of summer, I want to say, because I brought their samples to every wedding that I went to. They're tiny. I could stick them in my little tiny wedding purses, and they were really convenient to use on the go. Really enjoyed the experience. So I actually bought 2 bottles, one in eucalyptus and one unscented, as well as a new pack of their sample sizes, because like I said, really worked well on the go. It's very convenient to have something so tiny, so discreet in your purse, so I wanted to add this as well. This is a deodorizing lubricant. Now, I have used deodorizers. They are part of my daily routine. I want to say it's the Safe and Simple one, or no, M9, one of the two. They're both blue, I'm pretty sure. It's just a liquid. It's just meant to deodorize. But as somebody with an ileostomy, you know, I get questions all the time about my ostomy. Is there odor? Yes, the honest truth is there is quite a bit of odor when it comes to ostomies, particularly when the output is looser. The benefit, though, that people with their colons who go to the bathroom the old-fashioned way, we can prevent odor. They can't, so I just, you know, I feel pretty good about that. They make a bunch of different types of deodorizers that can be placed directly into the bag that eliminate odor, and that way when you go to empty, you don't smell anything. So deodorizers, big part of my life. Lubricants, however, lubricants are more meant for people that have thicker output, that maybe deal with pancaking where the stool stays up around the stoma, which can lead to leaks. It's more meant for that. And with my ileostomy, you know, I've talked a lot about how my output increased and it was so watery. I have not had a ton of issues with pancaking until more recently. Pregnancy hormones tend to slow your bowels down, and so I've been dealing with it more. I've had thicker output, which is really fantastic. I've been staying hydrated, like pretty much no problem now. But in terms of ostomy care, that's kind of frustrating. So that's why I was like, hey, let's buy a few of these bottles. Let's really give them a good test. So you've got deodorizers like M9, you've got lubricants like, I believe Coloplast has one in a packet that's just, I don't know if it's got deodorizing properties, but there are companies that just make lubricant for the bag. And then you've got the dual product. You've got the deodorizing lubricant. I know I commented to somebody on my channel that I would compare Revel's deodorizing lubricant to Convatec's Ascenta one, so let's get into that. All right, so here we've got the Convatec Ascenta deodorizing lubricant. It comes in a spray bottle. They do have sample sizes that are a little bit smaller, but I have the big guy here. It has sort of a baby powder scent to it, so it's very pleasant, very light, and what I've noticed is the scent does last a little bit in the bag, but not overwhelmingly. I'll show you what it looks like when I spray it. So it's got a wide angle spray here, and what I've noticed is when I spray this like on my hand, it's slippery, but it's more wet than it is slippery. Like, it definitely would help with some pancaking, which honestly, for somebody like myself who doesn't experience too much pancaking normally, this works. Like, this is good. I really like it. I think for ileostomy patients, really good. In comparison, the Revel one, we have a little cap here, but I really like when you undo the cap and it's open, you can flip it upside down and nothing comes out of it. You have to actually squeeze the bottle to get anything to come out of it. When you squeeze this, I just want to warn you, it is forceful. A lot does come out. Like, not more than what you would need, but it definitely like aims in one shot. So I'm going to do this carefully. I'm probably going to cover my heating pad on my lap here, but okay, here we go. Careful. Careful. There we go. Yeah, that was a lot. I have a towel on the floor, thankfully. I did take some up-close shots of this as well earlier, so this is much more slippery. This would be really good for colostomy patients, because I think what this does is the liquid glide technology that they have coats the stool and helps it go to the bottom of the bag. That's really the goal, rather than it being stuck up by the stoma. This is so much more slippery than this guy. If you get a lot of snow and you go sledding, you might want to try a little bit of I'm totally kidding. But I do think that that would work for it. You'd be going real fast down the hill if you were sledding. Yeah, it's very slippery. Like, if you are more in it for the lubricant, this would be the guy that I would go for. As you can see, if you need a lubricant, like if that's your priority, I think this is probably one of the best ones that I've ever seen. I think that it is the most lubricating, the most slippery. I really feel like everything's gonna slip to the bottom of your bag, make it a little bit easier to empty. So Revel sells on their website. That's the only place that I have seen that you can purchase. They come in 3 different scents. So I got the eucalyptus one and I got the unscented one. They also have a 3rd flavor of lavender. I mentioned that lavender, I don't know why, I'm kind of having an aversion to lavender the last few months, so I didn't get the lavender one. But yes, all of these bottles, these 8-ounce bottles, are $18.99 on their website. If you buy more than one, they do have some discounts. So if you find you really like it and you want to stock up for the year, you can get a pretty good discount on them. Now, I definitely prefer unscented stuff because when I go into the restroom and do my business, I'd prefer that not everybody know what I did in there. And with the eucalyptus scented one, it definitely leaves a eucalyptus scent. It definitely leaves that odor in the restroom. And I even noticed that once you empty, if you do not add more of the product to your bag, the eucalyptus scent stays around. Like, it doesn't go anywhere. So I definitely think when I repurchase, I'll probably just stick with the unscented. That's not saying I don't like the eucalyptus. It's just, I definitely like there to be some mystery. But I had to try it out. I did have to try it out. 1 8-ounce bottle is, I think, good for about 47 uses. They say use 5 milliliters or a teaspoon every time you go, every time you empty your bag. And so yeah, I'd say I'm probably using a little bit less than that every time that I put this in my bag. It seems to be effective, so you might be able to stretch your use a little bit. Now, the nice thing is they just came out, actually today I noticed, they came out with all 3 of their scents in the travel size, or the little sample size. I had just gotten the unscented when I made my purchase because I believe this was the only one available, but it comes with 5 single-use tubes. They're all 5 milliliters filled, so that way they're good for 1 use. I think I stretched them to 2 uses though. I'm pretty sure that I just, squirted a little bit, recapped it, put it back in my purse, and then when I needed it again, I used it again, and it was good for like 2 uses. Don't tell them. But that's what I did, and it seemed to work. So 1 pack of their travel kit, their 5 little tubes, is going to cost $8.99, and like I said, available in all 3 scents now. And they also did come out today with their holiday travel set, which comes with a little bag and then 2 of these. You can choose which scents that you prefer, but it comes with 2 boxes of these, and that's $15. Overall, really impressed with this product. I think their marketing is absolutely fantastic. I remember, gosh, I don't know exactly when it was, but I remember they kind of launched early and said, hey, like, sign up for email updates from us. And then it seems like more recently they launched the product, got their social media and their website all in order, and it's just really beautiful. And they came out with a really cute video today, so I recommend checking that out on Instagram. All right, let's get to the next thing. This is my final product I'm going to show you. This may or may not be new, and I'll explain my confusion with this. Okay, the story with this is that I have owned something very similar to it. I owned the Stoma Dome. If you don't know what that is, it's basically a little guard that velcros to the outside of your ostomy bag, acts as a protective guard, but I really used it because I liked wearing high-waisted yoga pants, and I noticed that when I did that, the fabric was kind of pushing too much on my ostomy bag, not allowing it to drain fully. So I purchased the Stoma Dome last year, and it worked fantastic. Because this one's so similar, I'll show you kind of how it worked, but basically lifted, it kind of provided a little bit of a chamber. I don't know how to describe it. It kind of pushed the fabric off of my ostomy bag allowing my stoma to drain downwards. Now, I lost the stoma dome. I lost it. I think it must have been in Vegas. My guess is I probably left it in an airport bathroom. It's gone. Someone probably found it and had no idea what it was or what to use it for. So hopefully they're enjoying it. The likeliness that they had a stoma is pretty low, but anyways, I more recently have really been needing the stoma dome again because my belly's growing and my high-waisted stuff is getting tighter and tighter. And also I am very close to needing a support band or something. I'm starting to get back pain and all that fun stuff that comes along with pregnancy. And so wearing support bands, it looks like a lot of them do fit over your ostomy if you have one, and place a lot of pressure, which is not great for a bag that needs to drain. So I knew I needed a new one. And when I originally bought the stoma dome, I believe that I bought it on Amazon, but Stealth Belt also sold it. And when I looked again at Stealth Belt's website, this was in its place. They still sell the stoma dome Velcro adhesive, but they do not sell the actual stoma dome from what I could find. In its place was this. I purchased this from Amazon because I don't know what's going on with Stealth Belt. I have no idea what's going on behind the scenes. Something's happening where they are not fulfilling orders, and now there is a second company called Stealth Ostomy Wear, I believe. And if you go on Stealth Belt's website, there's a little banner at the top that says, "We're trying to fix the problems of previous management." My suggestion would be, for the time being, if you're interested in this, get it on the Halo Ostomy website, because that's the brand. Finally getting to it, I know. Or Amazon. I got it from Amazon, had no trouble getting it. My first impressions of this is that this is packaged a lot better than the stoma dome. That one had come in a plastic bag with a piece of cardboard, basically. This is a whole box. And as you can see, there's a Stealth Belt ad right in the front. I don't know their affiliation, but this is the actual Halo Ostomy Guard. And this guy, even just looking at the guard itself, it looks to be a little bit better made. It feels a little bit harder, and it does look as though the actual Velcro that's inlaid, the permanent piece of Velcro here, it's like kind of in this divot. So it makes it seem as though this Velcro is not going to slide out of place. It really seems secure in there, which is something that I kind of worried about with the stoma dome. It looked like it was just a piece of Velcro glued around the edge, and you just hope that it would last. This feels very well made. It's got a slightly different shape. I feel like the stoma dome was a little bit more of a half circle situation, whereas this is a little bit more oblong. And then you can see there's a little space here. This is meant to go downward, obviously, this part of the guard, to allow for flow of your stoma. So I personally, the way that it's meant to be used is not the way that I use it. This kit here that I got comes with 60 of the Velcro attachments, and you're meant to place the Velcro attachment onto your ostomy bag so that way this guy can stick to it. The ostomy bag that I currently use is the one that fits the Convatec moldable flange, and the fabric is kind of fuzzy. Like, it sort of gets pilled and stuff sticks to it, so Velcro would stick to it. And not as great as these Velcro strips, of course, but I found that just by sort of sticking it to the bag, putting it into my pants, having my pants hold it into place, that was plenty for me. Like, that worked perfectly fine. If you're someone who really wants to keep it into place, though, they do offer not just the Velcro within the kit that comes along with the Halo Ostomy Guard, but also as a replacement kit on its own. This set here with the guard as well as the 60 Velcros cost me $58.95. Again, got this on Amazon. That's where I'd recommend you buying it, or directly from Halo Ostomy's website. Sorry about that, we've got some sirens. I would get it from their website, Halo Ostomy. What is the website? HaloOstomy.com, or from Amazon. I had no problems getting it from there. It wasn't 2-day shipping, but it was, you know, took like 3 or 4 days, something quick. If you do wind up wanting to get the replacement stickers too, that is, I believe, $29.95 on Amazon. You can also do subscribe and save, I saw. So if you really like this and you do use the Velcro, you can sign up for that and save a few dollars. It might be worth it to you. I'm really excited to start using this. I do plan on it pretty soon because I do need to purchase some sort of support belt. My whole pelvic floor and my lower back is hurting, and I will be 18 weeks at the end of this week. So I'm not super far along and I'm getting a little concerned. Like, oh, I'm sore. But I do think that this will work really well with some sort of support belt, or even just wearing it with high-waisted pants. So that was my final product, but I really liked how they packaged this. It's a lot nicer. Honestly, all of this stuff, all of these things, it's a nice gift to give. If you have an ostomy friend, somebody in your life who you're like, hey, I want to get something for them for their ostomy that's like a little classier and not necessarily so specific to their ostomy. Like, you're not having to size out their stoma or know their flange size or whatever. If you're just wanting something a little bit more general, this is a really nice thing to give. The Revel Ostomy comes in a nice box. This guy, the Halo Ostomy Guard, or even the 10 Aces adhesive. This is always something good just to have on hand, just in case. I'm really enjoying the route that Ostomy Care is going in and the marketing for it. I just feel like it's appealing to maybe a younger population. That's sort of how I feel. People who share on social media and want to be proud of their ostomy and how far they've come with their medical journey. This is stuff that, you know, I could see people posing with online, like, hey, actually I've already seen that with some of my friends, so that's how I became aware of this. But yeah, I like the way that it's going. I feel like it's very modern, and they're really thinking about the end user, not just, hey, is my product sticky, or does it deodorize? Is it lubricating? Or does it actually guard the stoma? They're thinking about the person that goes home and has this sitting on their counter. Maybe they have a friend over. Would they be embarrassed if this was sitting on their counter? Or maybe if they're in a public restroom, they pull this out of their purse and it drops to the floor, rolls under the stall. Are they going to be embarrassed to ask the person next to them to give it back? You know, these are the things that I think companies are maybe starting to think about. That it's not just us in our restrooms applying an ostomy bag. It goes a little bit further. We have to live with these things 24/7. Anyways, guys, if you do try any of these or you have tried them, please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And I'm going to keep trying or start trying, like with this guy, and see how they work out for me. So I will definitely keep you updated, but hopefully you enjoy these new products. If you know of any other new products that are hitting the market, let me know in the comments below as well, and I will see you in the next. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you are looking for a way to help support my channel, consider liking this video or even subscribing. You can also check out my store at LetsTalkIBD.shop. I have stickers and hoodies like these guys over here, just related to chronic illness and inflammatory bowel disease, something fun. And I also have a coupon code for my YouTube watchers. You could also become a member of my channel, like the wonderful people scrolling on screen here. They've become a member and they have access to videos a little bit earlier. It's a great way to support my channel, and really, just watching my videos means the world. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next.